shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead.
Tags for a second. The topic of much heated debate the past few days here in the IFL is when the fucking IFL draft was going to take place. When it was all said and done, it boiled down to 3 dates. Mama's Day, American version. May 27th, world version. Or June 3rd, interstellar version. There was so much fucked up shit with this process, I could do a whole nother show on it. But for your sake, of your fucking sanity, I'm going to go ahead and focus on the vote and the offended parties. Now, I'm going to say this as a disclaimer, that I fault nobody for trying to make this work. I just feel like yelling like a little. Let's start with what the dates meant. It meant that either Mark or Andrew weren't going to be able to go ahead and make the live draft. Obviously, they both had large stakes in the draft, so it was a big fucking shovel to the backside of their skulls. So the panic button was hit, and immediately the waterworks started. Mark was going to be in Portugal at a bachelor party, and fucking Andrew was going to be on a cruise with his family. Well, la-dee-da. Excuse me if my heart doesn't jump out of its chest and stab itself for your misfortunes, gentlemen. And before you point the finger at the computer, Mark and Andrew, no fucking date was set! So the IFL world erupts into a complete goddamn circus. And finally, the vote to end all votes is posted by our boy Josh. But somebody's gonna get left out in the cold on this. We already fucking know that. In the end, when Mac finally woke up, it was June 3rd as the day. Way to be on top of it, Mac. All of a sudden, alternate universe Andrew comes out and starts saying, I was ready to draft from the boat, blah blah. Shut the fuck up! No, you weren't. Because all of us heard about it for the past 3 days. And when I mean all of us, I mean all of us. On general, in private, the fucking, by the goddamn singing crying telegram. If you're so fucking prepared, then why do we even vote? But hold on, IFL, it gets better. Now, Mark is talking about not going to the goddamn bachelor party. What the fuck? I'm telling you right now, that would have been my instant call. Sorry, friend X, I got lupus. I can't make it. But the 120 pounds he put down was a big factor. Well, let me check the exchange rate, because I'm pretty sure it's 1-to-1 these days. 120 bucks? You held us up hostage for $120? Sounds like the same reason you stuck around in Mordor. In the end, all this bullshit, and what they end up fucking doing is finding a way to make it work. My final verdict? Jesus Christ, fellas. IFL, I think we were moments from fucking Buttersoft 2, where one of these two guys left the fucking sandbox. Another thing that came out of this was fucking Andrew telling me that I didn't want him in the IFL. Grow up, dude. I bust balls. I bust all balls. If I didn't bust your balls, that'd tell you that I didn't want you here. So RELAX and enjoy the show, bro. Drink break, fuckers. Franchise tags. Well, what a non-starter this was. Thankfully, it was a slow news week, so I'm going to talk about it. Well, starting the NFC, where we got exactly one goddamn bid on DJ. A solid one, too. Sure, Mac waited for no reason till the final moments to toss a $36 million bid down, which, had he done his homework, he would have realized it wasn't enough. In the end of the day, DJ stays in New Orleans at roughly $32 million this year, which is expensive but fair for the 550 fucking points he put on the board in 2016. In the AFC, Peru and Lewis were so busy jerking each other off that they fucking failed to realize that their bids might go down as the softest of all time. Kylie has a gazillion dollars, fellas! Did you really think raising it up $2 was gonna phase them? Good job, guys. You get the award for Snore Award 2017. Few other franchise tag notes. Fucking the Peru Travis Drew Brees trade looks more and more egregious with Travis tagging Brees for 2 more years. How's Kaepernick working out, Peru? And the GOAT staying in Baltimore for 2 years, maybe this year's Brees trade. Thank you very much, Kylie! But let's talk about the fucking bid that didn't come in. Where the fuck were you, Mark? Rough show for you, guy. Thanks in advance for recording with me before I started fucking defiling your existence. Take break! Mark has $1 trillion, and he doesn't want to give up the 5 to bid on AB? Get the fuck out of here! I'll send you the 5, the 6, and 8, and a bag of fucking empty beer bottles for AB. After the multi-year discount, it's a steal at $22.5 million! I just want to... I feel like I'm in fucking mid-season form, episode 2 here. Mark, you fucked up. You're not going to go ahead and hit on 70% of those picks, which you need to in order to be competitive this year. You better be on transition tags, or I swear to God I'm coming to England and I'm bringing hell with me. Epic fucking fail. Man, as I'm looking at my notes, a few of you are just on blast today. Oh well, do better. Cooper is on the block, everyone, for the low price of 3 number 1s to start. Peru, are you out of your fucking mind? That's a $66 million contract for a guy who had 250 points. Trading him was the one good move Danny's made all season. He's not even number 1 on the team. Anyone in the AFC comes fucking close to paying that, I swear to God. I'm looking at you, AA Ron, though I think you gave away everything to Indy Eric. Oh, and by the way, good trade talks, bro, for fuck's sake. That's directed to you. Real quick, I gotta watch the plan update for Decker. Yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching you become New England Light. Free agency before the draft. Hell the fuck no. I'm sorry, but there's just too much movement for fantasy fucking purposes. We cannot mimic the NFL on this one. We are at the mercy of those NFL GMs. And so if I had to give it a name change, I'd call it organic. Organic free agency. You can't have organic free agency if a guy is a post-June 1st cut. Oh, and fuck your face, Nils. Yeah! I do not want to see this rule change, and I will strike it down today and until the end of my days, which could be sometime during this show because you guys are going to make me stroke out. Another rule change out there is holdouts. No, fuck off. It's good. Deal with it. I love holdouts how they are. And as a 4-12 team, I had a goddamn Hunter holdout. So shut your beer funnels and know that I'm truly 100% okay with this rule. Finally, it's show me time. For some of you, it's the 3rd year I've been playing with you in this format. And it's time for you to show me by making the playoffs. Now, I will preface this that a few of you have franchise situations or fucking brain chemical imbalances that basically eliminate you from being able to show me. Those GMs are Jai. Dear God, man, do something. Anything. What the fuck are you waiting for? Philly Chris. Nobody has been more of a supporter of you than me. But after that last trade, I'm just about ready to throw in the towel. Give me a sign of life, bud. Decker, you're fucked. I know it. You're missing again. Maybe 2019. Nathan, fuck your wait-and-see approach. Let me tell you how 2017 is going to go for you right now. 6-10 again. D. Jordan, that team is one hot mess. I don't know if you're distracted at the bar, Mordor, or what, but I cringe when I look at that roster. Come on, man! God, I just want to see you do good! Now the 4 teams with hope. I want you to fucking show me. Detroit Mac. You're so fucking aloof. I changed my mind. You're fucked. Okay, 3 jams. Show me. Number 1, Washington Bryant. Bro, that last trade you made was so good. Where has that been? You need to get back on the horse. I know you have it in you, and I am so sick as fuck to listening to Dallas Bryant. Please, 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 I'm fucking making the praying sign right now. Take the East. Kansas City Kurt. Enough is enough with 3 fucking QBs and the fucked up lineup calls. It's time that you made the playoffs. The IFL would be better for it. A 2017 playoffs with Kurt would be one of the best, most fun things ever. Come on, man. Show me. Finally, you RotoViz son of a bitch. Josh, you have more knowledge than my dumbest dog, but you don't find a way to win. The IFL would be better with you in the playoffs. I want to see that. I want credibility for your half-truths. Show me, Joshy. IFL, ripping and tearing will... What the hell? Huh. That's fucking weird. This show in the recorded history, I believe, has only ever had one other phone call. Let's check it out. Hey, caller, you're on the air with El Raven. Who's this?
What's up? This is Cleveland Kyle.
You got some balls fucking calling my show, you son of a bitch. Go take the fucking bet. I've only got one question for you.
Tactical nuke incoming!
What do you think about those pissant fucking bids put in by Lewis in fucking Peru?
I want to start out, with some compliments here.
It doesn't matter what you think!
Cleveland Kyle, go shove a fucking rusty spoon in your eye socket. IFL ripping and tearing 38 will be back after these messages. Football justice system, the people are represented by 2 separate yet equally important groups: the media who investigate the crimes and the commissioners who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories. I don't care if the victim was all the way in Houston. You would think that someone would hear their cries. How's that possible? How is it possible?
What's the point, Ventura? Only this.
That's all the evidence I need. Somebody go get that hobbit and take his ass downtown. IFL, welcome back to Rippin' and Tearin' 38. I'm joined by NFC North GM Nick the Amish Terrorist and Barry the Green Gaper Bundy. Gentlemen, welcome finally to the program. Nick, it has been a long time, going all the way back to, I think, your Mordor playoff run at number 18. And Barry, your one appearance was very pleasantly out of the blue back on the live show at number 25. It has not been easy corralling the two of you. We tried to do this week 12 last year. We couldn't get it done. So I want to thank both of you guys for being here. First, Barry, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. And I would like to say I have a message to relay to everyone, actually half of IFL, from Jesse from the Jets. He would like to say champions never die.
Yeah.
That champion,
you know what?
That champion never really lived, though.
Yeah, dude, seriously, the original Death Star, and then we got the best Jets owner that we possibly could have got, because I have just been ragging on Aaron. And Nick, welcome back, man. Glad to have you here.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Glad to be here.
All right, that was riveting stuff, Nick. All right, I think you're going to do good in this.
Killing it.
So to remind the IFL, this is versus. This is two. We have two of the premier GMs in the NFC, hands down. The NFC was a very tough division last year. Nick was in it to right into the end. Barry had one of the all-time runs, really only overshadowed by the fact that Tennessee Jason was on some sort of crazy-ass 17-win game streak. But Barry won his final 8 games to go ahead and take the North. He made his 3rd consecutive playoff appearance playing with us as a group. Nick has a playoff appearance under his belt. We don't really think about Wade very much. He's a non-factor, trading away all of his great picks. Yes, I know it is accurate. And then there's Mac, who comes in out of nowhere and bids $36 million on David Johnson. So I love Mac. Mac's a good guy, but we got to see what that guy does for the rest of the year. So I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions. I'll go ahead and direct who gets to go ahead and go first. Try to keep your answer right around a minute, and we're going to go. You guys ready to play this game?
Let's do
this.
All right. You both have one of the most dreadful quarterback situations in the entire league. Barry, you have shitty 2017 Eli Manning and check down Alex Smith. And Nick, you have one-legged Ryan Tannehill. I'm going to start with you, Nick. Why is your QB situation better than Barry's?
Oh, it's not. It's awful. The only glimmer of hope that I've got is that Gase is in the second year with Tanny. You know, I don't think he's going to get it done anymore. I think if he was going to get it done, we would have saw more glimmers of that hope last year. But he is there, you know, so that's one little thing I've got going for me. But Tanny's clearly not the guy that's going to get me to the championship. You know, the quarterback situation is no good. I've got to figure something out before the season starts because I don't want to ride him into the first week of the regular season by any means.
Well, that's good to know that you have no fucking quarterback as of now in your mind. Barry, why is your quarterback – I think fucking Nick just helped you out here. Why is your quarterback situation better than Barry's?
Well, my situation is better than his just because he lost by default. But, I mean, I agree, my situation isn't too great right now. Adding Brandon Marshall does help with Manning, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to make an adjustment by the time the season starts to get a better quarterback in there, more consistent, because Eli will go off with his 3 interception games, and it's brutal. But I guess as of now, which doesn't matter because it's March, but as of now, yes, my quarterback situation is better than Nick's trash situation.
Oh, man, this is a tough one because neither of you really sold me on why your situation is better, but I'm
Wait.
sure
Time out, man. I've got to cut you off. I'm sorry.
What?
I thought we were going to have one more chance. Like, I should have a chance to retort Barry.
No,
This
this is a debate. I don't know what you think this is, guy.
This isn't it.
All right, we'll get to it. You know what? I can
you
come
need
back
to watch
around
the
to it.
show closer, Nick. You need to watch the show closer. Now you know.
Apparently.
Point Barry. 1-0 Barry. Question number 2. Question number 2. I'm going to start with you, Barry. You are a notoriously difficult GM to trade with. While Nick, and I'm sorry, guy, but I got to say it. While Nick is loose as your gaped asshole, racking up 14 fucking trades over this past 2 seasons plus, dude, or 1 season plus. Why is your Hold'em strategy going to be a winner in 2017?
My strategy is going to be a winner because I still have the big studs that can win in the playoffs in the big games. I think my strategy works out well. I've gotten a couple division titles. I just need more consistency in the playoffs. So my quarterback situation is big with that, and definitely need to fix the linebacker situation as well.
Okay, so he just shipped off Diggs, something to go ahead and keep in mind. Now, Nick, you are the opposite of Barry's strategy. Why is your strategy with being an active trading GM going to be a winner for you in 2017 and bring you the North?
Well, because the North is great, and I do intend to win it, but I want to go to that next level. I'm trying to be a winner in the playoffs, something that Barry's never accomplished. I mean, okay, we'll get away from that for a minute, but the fact of the matter is, I feel.
Jeez.
Barry, goddammit, shut up, man. It's my fucking time. All right, man, but he's got his big 4. He's got his wide receivers. That's true. And if one of your big 4 wide receivers is Dez Bryant, that's not that exciting. But anyway, he's got those 4 guys, and he's got nothing on offense. And you're right, his quarterback situation is better than mine, but it's about to be a lot worse. Because I've got guys that I can move yet because I'm an active trader. I can make a couple moves yet and get a consummate quarterback, a true starting quarterback. Because I've got guys up and down my offense that could be starters and that could be game breakers. I made some moves. I got some guys who are on comeback years. Really excited for Sammy Watkins. And now I got Josh Gordon. That he's back in the news. I mean, man, I like the possibilities that I've got. It's a good strategy. Sound. Great strategy.
The fact that you're trying to sell me, Barry, and the IFL on Sammy Watkins and Josh Gordon is frightening. It's terrifying because Mark over in New England is trying to sell us as like, I didn't bid on AB because of Sammy Watkins. But because I don't believe that you can ever be a champion in this league without being an active trader. Doesn't matter. You can win all the division titles you want. I'm giving this one to Nick. Point Nick. We're all tied up.
Whoa. Okay.
Final. I know. It's tough. I'm very biased. All right. Final question. Now, we got a bunch of useless bullshit in this league, dude. I create fucking like 50% of that useless bullshit. But one of the things...
Not useless.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. You're buttering me up trying to get this last point. All right. So one of the things that I personally find just annoying as shit is the useless fucking poll questions. And I'm going to read you guys an actual question. You are not trading. You are waiting. Okay, so he's telling us. Now is the question. Why? This is an actual poll. I'm going to start with you, Nick. First, how useless are these fucking polls, and should Decker be lynched for that poll?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I didn't know it was Decker that was creating that, or I probably wouldn't have bothered to vote. But I did, and I like Decker, man. I like him because he's giving us something to do here. He's chiming in with a little something to do. It's a way to be active and put your 2 cents out there just to get involved a little bit. Does it mean anything? No, it doesn't mean anything. It's a fun little thing, and I'm glad he does it just to have something to do.
I think time is precious, and just the fact that he's making us waste time looking at these ridiculous polls that there should be some sort of repercussions. I don't know about lynching. It's a little far, but we should maybe take away like a 7th round pick or something.
You know, you had it, Barry. It was in your fucking grasp. You're like, and then you said, I don't know if we should take him down. And I was like, no, we totally should take down the Ginger. I know Kurt's smashing on his keyboard right now going, kill the Ginger. Point Nick. Nick,
No,
you finally won something. No, you got nothing.
Yes, no.
Winner, Nick.
Oh,
Nick,
you
final
dirty
word.
whore. You're mocking me in my victory, man. And that's a big fuck your face right there for doing that.
How does the W feel? Is it, you gonna hold on to this one?
What's
don't
Barry's
let him have the
favorite?
last word.
Let it marinate.
Let it marinate.
Let it marinate.
Is Barry still on the
man.
phone? I thought we were going to get rid of him as soon as he lost.
No, dude. We're going to send him home with a consolation prize. All right. Hey, guys, I want to go ahead and thank you for being a part of the episode. And IFL Rippin' and Tearin' 38 will return right after this.
Court's adjourned.
We're here with New England Mark, who has just learned that the IFL draft is going to be held on June 3rd, which is in direct conflict with his stag party. New England Mark, this is your floor. What do you have to say about these new events?
Well, I'm obviously disappointed. I'd had the original dates of the draft in my calendar ever since the bylaws came out just about a year ago. So I'd obviously planned all my calendar and everything around it. So I think, given that people were asking about Vegas for months, literally months, because even myself, like, I wanted to go to Vegas, I wanted to be there with you guys, but it's all been organised too late, and so it's kind of like it's a double. There's two real issues, there's two massive things of disappointment for me. Is that one, that Vegas is actually going ahead, and I can't be there because all this was organised. It's way too late, and we never heard anything. It was just like, it got to a point where a lot of us thought it wasn't going to happen. So obviously that I'm really disappointed about. And then secondly, now the dates of the draft have just changed. And I've paid £120 as a deposit for the stag do, but right now I might not go. I might stay. I might just lose the £120. I might not go to my mate's stag do, and that's just how I'm sort of looking at it. Like, I love this league and everything else, but I know, like, it was a bit annoying because everybody seemed to have a problem with me because I didn't want it to happen on the 2nd. Like, I was like some dick for wanting that, but it's like, I never tried to move the dates. I'm just like, hang on guys, why are we moving the dates? And I know people are saying, well, why should we take priority on one person over other people? It's fair enough, but at the same time, you've got to take into account that I have 7 first-round picks, and there are a lot of guys that voted in the draft that haven't even got any first-round picks. So it's a tough situation to be in. But yeah, so I'm just looking at the options right now because, I don't really know. I can't. Yeah, I don't know. Just disappointed, to be honest.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes. The option to override automatic detonation expires in T-minus 5 minutes.
The players we need are all around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every six-pack. On this team, we fight for that player. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone around us to pieces for that one player. We claw with our fingernails for that player. Because we know when we add up all those players, that's going to make the friggin' difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this. In any fight, it's the guy who's willing to sacrifice who's going to win that player. And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and drink for that player. Because that's what fantasy football is. The 6 starters in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look at the team next to you. Look into his eyes. Do you see a guy that will go that extra step? Do you see a guy who will sacrifice himself for that championship? Because he knows when it comes down to it, you're better than him. Either you fight for 16 weeks or you will always be a doormat of the league. That's fantasy football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you going to do? IFL. I just returned from training with the Cobra Kai Dojo, but I'm here to talk to you about something extremely important. Dead weight. Many moons ago, I talked to you about a situation called dead traders. It's only gotten worse. Dead weight is what happens when dead traders don't go ahead and pick up their goddamn game. Now, there's some in the media that would go ahead and expel all the dead weight. Not this guy. Not L. Raven. No. He encourages. He mentors. He tells people, hey man, creative side. But eventually, a Raven is pushed too far. I've had enough. And I have decided to call in the vigilante himself, Charles Bronson from Death Wish 3, to take out the dead weight. Don't be the dead weight. Do your part.
You believe in Jesus? Yes, I do. Well, you're going to meet him.
One for good measure. This ad paid for by the commissioner's office.
You really know what's happening around here, don't you? Well, I'll tell you something. You don't know shit, buddy.
IFL, welcome to Is It 80s? With me today are the GMs from Miami and New England. Here's how the game works. Each of you two has a grand total of 30 seconds to answer a series of items, movies, toys, type of questions. These are yes or no answers. The quicker you answer, the more questions you'll have a crack at. At the end of the 30 seconds, you will not be allowed to answer any more questions. After both of you are complete, we'll go ahead and review your answers. You get 1 point for a correct answer and 2 points off for an incorrect answer. So the name of the game is speed and accuracy. Once we have the first player's total, we'll move on to the second contestant. I don't think that we're going to go ahead and get to it, but if we end up with a tie, you guys both go to the championship round. Are you guys ready to play?
Ready.
Absolutely. May the best man win.
Okay, Braff, you are up first.
All right, dude. This is what my life has come to. This is culmination of everything. This is the pinnacle.
All right.
I'm at the zenith. All right, let's do this.
All right. Your questions start in 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Is it 80s? G.I. Joe.
Yes.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
Jaws 2.
No.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Yes.
Outland.
Yes.
Transformers.
Of course.
Power Rangers.
No.
Light Bright.
Yes.
Escape from New York.
No.
Star Wars.
Yes. Ooh,
Atari 2600.
Yes.
Game over. Time up. Time up. That's a non-answer. All right.
That one didn't count. I think you
Only-
fucked me on Star Wars.
I did fuck you on Star Wars. Now I have to go ahead and take that out of marks because you said that.
Oh, all right. My bad.
How did
All
you
right.
not know that anyway? I mean, that's crazy.
Well,
Okay.
the sequels, that's what I was thinking.
Mark, get ready to play.
5,
Ready.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Days of Thunder.
80s, yes.
MTV.
Yes.
Def Leppard.
No.
Motley Crue.
Yes.
Rat.
Yes.
Judas Priest.
No.
Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Yes.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
He-Man.
Yes.
Blade Runner.
Yes.
Endgame.
Oh damn, those are some easy ones. Softball.
Yeah, they were kind of fucking easy. I didn't realize that. They were fucking pretty easy, dude.
Did I get any wrong?
Yeah, did he get any wrong? That's the question.
Def Leppard is the only one that I'm a bit. I think Def Leppard is like 79, but like when they formed.
Judas Priest is late 70s, right?
Yeah, 77 Def Leppard. There you go.
There it is. So he got like 95%.
Did I get any wrong?
You got 2 wrong.
Oh, which ones?
You got 2 wrong. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and review.
All right.
I feel like this segment hasn't been super smooth on my end, but okay. All
I
right,
like
IFL, it's time to go ahead and review the answers, okay? Now, Brad said G.I. Joe was a yes. The correct answer is no. That's
Wow.
minus 2 points. G.I. Joe was invented in 1964. He
Oh,
said Big
shit, of
Trouble.
course. Stupid.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the cartoon. What's the game?
Big Trouble in Little China. He said yes, that's correct. +1. He said Jaws 2 was not made in the 80s. That is correct. It was 1978. He said Lethal Weapon 2 was 80s. He is correct. That was 1989. +1.
I'm out
He
of
said
the whole...
Outland. There you go. He said Outland was in 80s. That's correct. It was 1981. Transformers 84. That is 1 point positive. Power Rangers. He said no. That's correct. That was in 1992.
Fuck the Power Rangers.
Light Bright. He said yes. That's wrong. 1967.
Oh wow! I just remember having one. As a kid.
Yeah. And then he said Escape from New York. No, that is incorrect. That is 1981. And then the one that I knew would stump you guys, Star Wars.
Never.
1977.
Technically, you should have said A New Hope, because Star Wars is just a brand.
Ah, well, technicalities. So by my counts, that's -8 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
I owe the show points.
IFL, Braff has scored -2. So I'm not really sure where that ranks with Danger Danger is metal, but it's definitely up there.
No. There is much shame bestowed upon me this day.
Stars, you need to go on this season, man.
Okay, Mark, you said Blade Runner was 80s. That's correct. That is 1982. You said He-Man was 1982. That is correct. Or no, you said his 80s. You said Empire Strikes Back was 80s. That is correct. That's 1980. You said Hungry Hungry Hippos was 80s. That's incorrect. That's 1978.
Wow.
Judas Priest. You said Judas Priest was not 80s. You are correct there. 1969. Rat, the band Rat, they were formed in 1982. You said yes. Motley Crue was formed in 1981. You said yes. Def Leppard was formed in 1977. You said no. Correct answer there. MTV, 1981. You said yes. And finally, Days of Thunder was made in 1990. You said yes,
Oh,
it
was
was.
it?
So that's a -2. Yes.
Damn.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus
Dick Trickle, by the way. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Cole Trickle.
Cole Trickle.
Cole Trickle and Rowdy Burns.
The real guy's
It
name's
was
Dick Trickle.
Right, it was the real guy's name was Dick Trickle.
Oh, it was based
right.
on like a real guy.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Just for knowing that,
It was a Kodak car. I think it was a Kodak car. I remember I had that as a kid.
It was, and I'm giving you 2 bonus points, Brad. No, I'm not.
I'll just break even.
So with
That
a
feels great.
grand,
That is good
with a
knowledge,
grand
though.
score, that
It's
is
important.
knowledge.
It's important stuff, Mark.
Mark, with 3 points, you are moving on to the championship round.
Excellent!
Cue the music.
job.
Great game.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this segment. IFL will be right back.
We better start the evacuation. Reroute all power to the energy shield. Prepare for ground assault.
I'm looking for a great warrior.
War's not to make one great.
Right now, I feel I can take on the whole Empire myself.
I know what you mean.
Attack pattern Delta. Go now.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
You will go to the Dagobah system.
We have a new enemy. If he could be turned, he would become a powerful ally.
It is you and your abilities the Emperor wants. That is why your friends are made to suffer.
But I can help him. I feel the Force.
You cannot control it. I don't want to lose you the way I lost Vader.
There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
Don't give in to hate. That leads to the dark side.
It is your destiny.
From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, it's Millennium Falcon that you put together. Batteries not included.
Nice landing, Han Solo. Uh-oh, come on, Chewbacca. Stormtroopers are coming.
Action figures each sold separately.
Got him on radar. I'll fire the laser cannon.
There's even a hidden storage hatch.
Ready for takeoff. Jump to light speed. We're gone. On to the Death Star.
Millennium Falcon from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately.
I don't believe in you.
I believe in you. No pain, no gain.
IFL, welcome back to the show. First, those kids are fucked up. Chewie doesn't talk and they were escaping the Death Star. Not going there! Dumbass kids. That probably was Wade and Mac as small children. As you just saw, the theme show is just 2 weeks away and it's going to be so fun. It's easily one of my favorite shows of the year and it's going to be much more prevalent in the shows as we continue throughout the season. And the dates were fucked at the end. The show is Sunday, April 16th. Happy Easter, fellas. When you finish with your family, come enjoy some ripping and tearing. Also, blame Sierra Nevada Torpedoes for that. But I mean, at this point, aren't fucking typos part of the show? Finally, I mentioned last show about stepping up and helping out and being a contributor. good job at fucking nothing. I'm gonna call out Mark and Luke this week. Fuck Mark. You may never watch this show again. You guys are our mock draft guys. Split it up. Mark, you do the NFC. Luke, you do the AFC. That's not to say you don't do shit, Luke, but this is your specialty. IFL, thank you for listening, and I am out.
Nice hearing from you, Carlos.